Okay, take three.
Start again.
Yes. Hi everyone, I've got Arwen here from Even Star Wellbeing. Sorry, I've got Arwen here from. Okay, hi everyone, I've got Arwen here from Even Star Wellbeing, and I'm really interested in talking to Arwen about visualization and how the power of visualization can affect, well, everything.
That's exactly right. Can affect everything. Absolutely an amazing tool, our own mind, that we can use to help us to improve really literally anything. So it's something, I guess it does get talked about quite a bit in sports circles, that where, you know, the actually having the picture of yourself succeeding in that particular sport is really, and a lot of the time, even more powerful than whatever training you do.
Absolutely. My daughter just had a water polo tournament this weekend, and we had a change of coach, which was really bad.
Traumatic,
And his coaching style is play to win. And a lot of training, and exactly like what you said. So she's not one of the strongest players in the team. But the first day of the game, he just didn't use her. She and 4 other girls were sat on the side. You know, they were the weaker player, and he wanted to win that first game against this really strong team. And as a result of that, he's lowered their self-esteem, their confidence as players and as part of a team for the rest of the day. Just went downhill because the players felt already on the back foot.
Yeah, and they couldn't see themselves winning because they weren't being involved. And my kids are exactly the same, so they're both absolutely mad about boxing. And, you know, they do a totally consistent level of training, which is hours and hours every week. But you can just really see the difference between winning and losing is the mindset. A few days before they've got a match, I'll be always like, you know, have you done your visualization, and really reminding them that that is just as important as the physical training they're doing.
Yeah. So as a coach of the team, it would have been much better off to sit down for the whole team and practice some visualization.
Guide them through a visualization. Yeah, absolutely. So powerful.
And building up the confidence.
Yeah.
And as an individual, you could do that for yourself as well. You could sit before you go into a talk or before you go into a business meeting.
A difficult meeting. Anything. A sales pitch, whatever it is. Because the fact is that neuroscience can now show that our brain actually doesn't know the difference between what we see, what we visualize is going to happen, and what actually does happen. It can't tell. So if we are always looking at the positive and seeing, and it's really important to be really detailed in your visualizations as well, to actually try and involve all 5 senses. And obviously we use our memory, and we, you know, you need to be thinking about what your memory is of, you know, what's it going to smell like when I win? What am I going to smell? You know, with my kids, I'm like, you know, you're going to be smelling your opponent's sweat. What are you going to see? What are you going to hear? What's the taste going to be in your mouth? You know, that taste of victory. But
even
really
visualizing the move. Isn't it? Like if you're playing, say, a game of any sport, you can visualize how you're going to get that ball, move past that person to shoot that goal or to pass that ball around. Once you've got that visualization in your mind, once you've got that mindset, it is so much easier because you've got the confidence and the courage to get in there and to go for it. But once that courage has been taken away, by fear or by being told that you're not good enough to play, you don't have that courage to go in, to go for the win.
And I mean, all that you're in control of is your reaction to what somebody else tells you. So, and look, it's really super hard, and especially, you know, the younger you are and the less experienced you are in life, that you're able to override, well, somebody in a position of power and control has told me I'm not good enough, or showed me I'm not good enough because they've left me out of the team, to override that with your own visualization and your inner voice telling you that what you can do. Really so important that our self-talk is positive. in anything that we want to achieve, and turning off that little voice that talks to us in a really nasty way.
Do you think a lot of elite sports teams have a visualization coach?
Absolutely. I'm sure elite athletes would all these days incorporate that into their training. Yes.
And that's even more important than an actual physical training
well,
coach.
Yeah, obviously they need to, have their techniques and have their levels of fitness, but I think it makes the difference between one of the tennis matches at the Open, Rafa Nadal one, where he ended up losing, and you could just see that he lost the conviction that he was able to win.
Yeah, well, especially tennis is such a mind game.
Yep.
And no matter how good a tennis player you are, you can see, when my son was playing tennis, I could see the point where he was going to lose the game because I could see his mind.
Yeah, you could see the mind flip to, no, I'm not going to win this. I'm not good enough, or whatever. You can see that negative self-talk start. Yeah. I really like to say to people, have a think about what would you say to somebody that you really care about. What would you say to your best friend? It can be something really little like, I'm such a stupid idiot, I forgot to buy the milk at the shop. Well, you wouldn't say that to your best friend, would you? You'd say, look, you've got a lot on your mind, you were busy doing all these other things and thinking about the 5 other things you had to do when you left the shop. Don't worry about it, we'll go back to the shop. It's again coming back to mindfulness, which we've spoken about before. Recognizing how you are thinking and what you are saying to yourself, and trying to flip that around to something positive.
Give me some techniques on how you would go about visualizing something.
So in my scenario of the work that I do, it's very much focusing people on the goal that they want, what they want to use the energy that they're trying to generate for, and then visualizing how's your life going to look. So it's about what's going to be different in your life, in your day-to-day life. So if you could regain the energy levels that you want, what's going to change? What are you going to be able to do? Now, for most people, as a general thing, it'll be really getting out of that negative cycle of I'm too tired to do the right things to look after myself, and being able to get into a state of balance and feeling like you've got enough energy to make the right choices, to keep doing the right things, and therefore not getting back into that state of feeling like you don't have enough energy again and being in that negative cycle. So if somebody's working on something specific that is, I guess, a body issue, so for example, they've got a pain somewhere, then we'll really look at visualizing the energy going to that area of pain, breathing into it, seeing ourselves sending energy to, say, your sore knee, visualizing that pain being dissipated by energy as you're actually receiving energy to that area, which is, and you can do that yourself. Yeah, you don't need a me to help you do that. Using the breath, really breathing into any area of the body where you're feeling pain or discomfort, visualizing like a joint or whatever it is, even if it's a headache, like that tight band you feel around your forehead, feeling it expand and stretch and the pain leaving.
A lot of people would see all this visualization thing as being so airy-fairy. But if you are a rational thinker and you bring it back to the business plan, which is a rational physical thing, it does use that visualization. You put down how you visualize your business being in 5 years' time. What is your business strategy, or what is your mission statement? What is your vision statement? That's all part of visualization, and that's all rational, isn't it?
Yep, that's right, exactly. And you've got to be able to dream of how you want it to look. You've got to be able to use your imagination for how you want it to look, and then of course you have to work that back to, well, what are the logical steps, the actions that I need to take to get me to there. But it has to start with a dream, with a visualization.
Yeah. Before we do anything, just take 5 minutes. It doesn't take that much time to just stop and visualize the success. Visualize how you're going to approach a conflict, or a game, a hard game, or
finding a parking spot. That's my favourite. I'm going to visualise that spot that I want is right outside the shop.
Rockstar.
Exactly. It works every time. Yeah.
Fantastic. I need to take a little bit more time out of my life to do a little bit of visualisation.
I think we could all do more of it. Yeah. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to put Arwen's details down in the comment sections and link it back to her YouTube channel and her social media and website. Thank you.
Okay, bye.